guys, I'm Hungry4444, and this is the Saturday afternoon podcast? Whatever. We have a fun podcast for you this week. To my left is Ultra. Ultra, introduce yourself.
Hey guys, it's Ultra. Get ready to get down and have fun today.
Oh yeah. And the gods have answered my prayers, and Umne is not here this week. And filling in for Umne is the bodacious and voluptuous Kuro. Kuro!
Hello everyone. I know some of you will be disappointed, but I'll try my best.
How could anyone be disappointed with that voice? Are you kidding me?
Well, I try my best.
Thank you.
Alright. We have a fun podcast for you this week. Ultra is going to summarize the chapter for you, which is going to be fun. We're all going to give our opinions and ratings. We're going to predict what's going to happen next week, or in general, we're going to rank the other weekly mangas, get into our little shenanigans, and then answer the questions that you sent us via email. Alright? Let's get things underway. Ultra, what happened this week in Fairy Tail?
Alright. Well, the chapter starts off, who am I kidding? This chapter sucked ass. I don't even want to summarize the goddamn thing. But I'm going to. It starts off with the battle continuing. Natsu has somehow managed to find the secret to Jackal's curse, and he's able to eat the bombs. So naturally, he beats the shit out of him. But Jackal, interestingly, he has a transformation, which he uses, and then he attacks Natsu. But unfortunately, Natsu has Lightning Flame Dragon mode, and after giving a little Nakama speech, he beats Jackal. And then you would think what would happen next is going to be cool, because Jackal, he can turn himself into a bomb, and he's going to take out the whole city. But apparently, no, the little blue bastard decides to ruin the whole thing. He decides to fly up Jackal and let the thing explode up in the sky, because we all know that's the best idea. And one would think that you can't survive a town-level explosion if you're a cat, but apparently, Happy disagrees. And apparently, he's gonna prove himself with this new style we're gonna call the burnt afro. Kuro, why don't you give us your opinion on this chapter?
Oh man, you're so fun to listen to, Ryan. I know I'll probably get some flame for this, but I didn't absolutely hate the chapter as much as I know everyone else was. Like, everyone's like focusing on Happy, but I'm just like in my corner going, yay, Lightning Flame mode is back, and it's always cool to see. But the whole Happy incident is just ridiculous. It makes Jackal seem like where was the threat, really? And why was Natsu getting so injured with just regular explosions, and then, like, his apparent final, like, curse is, if an X-Seed can survive that, then what's wrong with the Magic Council? How did they go down so quickly? But yeah, I just the way the arc is, panning out so far, I'm starting to feel like, at first when the Magic Council was destroyed, it felt like we were moving really quickly. But with how easy Tempesta and Jackal have been taken down, I think we're still in the early stages. Like, they're going down way too easy. They're going to have to turn around and prove they're dangerous again, which hopefully will involve, I want to see Jackal return. Like, we've seen his beast form. It was really dangerous, even though Natsu took it out really easily. I don't know.
I can see where you're going. I mean, the whole Jackal transforming was actually really cool. He looked cool as shit. He did get beat up, but he looked cool. I mean, he looked like a werewolf.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like he was kicked around that much, because he pretty much kicked Natsu around just as much. I mean, just that one panel where he's pretty much pressing him to the ground and just everything's breaking around them. It wasn't as much of a pushover as a lot of people are treating it.
It went a little back and forth. It wasn't like Natsu against Rogue and fucking Sting, where he completely just bulldozed them.
Yeah, that was a fight we shouldn't talk about.
It's taboo. I apologize.
It's behind us now. We don't have to... Natsu was actually forced to go all out this time.
Yeah, that's true. He was injured. He was actually more than moderately injured while at that fight. It was just like, alright, this is easy.
I just love his... You got Happy's afro now, but I just can't stop laughing at Natsu's hairstyle. It just reminds me of Cecil from The Simpsons. Sideshow Bob's brother. I'm just like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to take this chapter seriously at all as long as you got that hairstyle.
You're not even looking at the attacks, you're just looking at his hair.
I'm just like, it's so fuzzy, I just want to touch it.
Good lord. So what are you ranking it?
Rating.
I mean, rating.
I'm giving it a 6 out of 10. I mean, yeah, pretty much the 4 points have been killed by Happy, but for the rest of the chapter, it was solid. It's just would have been more solid if the previous chapters were similar.
I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I obviously am not happy with this chapter. I mean, where do I start? Natsu. It was at this point where I thought, you know what? There's something good could come from this. When I saw Jackal transform, and I thought, you know what, he might be able to beat Natsu now. And if he beat him, I think it would have been for the better of the arc, but Natsu just completely, I mean, it was back and forth, but he still beats him. It's like you're at the beginning of this arc, we thought these, 9 demon gates were, monstrously strong, but then Natsu goes in and beats the first one. Or beats one of them already. You're just ruining their reputation at this point. Yeah. And then, you know what's funny? I was thinking, this chapter is kind of an epitome of, it's like a microcosm of 80% or 90% of everything that's wrong with Fairy Tail. Not only does he beat a guy who should outclass him, he gives a little Nakama speech, and then Happy comes in and saves an entire town from exploding and survives the explosion with a smile on his fucking face. How does that work? Do you remember when there were just giant pillars of explosion? That reminded me of Yamamoto before when he was about to fight Aizen. The giant pillars of flame. I was like, oh my god, this is getting really hardcore. But no, Happy just saves everyone with his.
It was getting too close to the M rating. They're like, no, bring back PG, guys, PG.
Yeah. And he somehow was able to survive that. Apparently exceeds are made out of fucking adamantium or something.
Untapped potential right there.
Yeah. Apparently, maybe Happy he's gonna become really strong now. Maybe this is, as Kuro said, this is probably a foreshadowing of Happy getting his own little spin-off.
Which we will mention happened prior to the recording of this podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
So oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I was just thinking with Jackal and how the East have been beaten. I don't think that it should reflect on the rest of the organization because prior to all this going down, how do you pronounce her name? Kyoka?
Yeah.
She just basically manhandled Minerva with no trouble, and if Minerva can fight on Ursa with that level, I think that's what we're looking for.
That's true. Maybe Jackal and Tempest are the low. Even if they're the 9 demon gates, they're not the strongest of them. So maybe the other ones, the ones that weren't sent out to kill these guys, are actually the really powerful ones.
Yeah, because these guys were.
That would be an incredibly bad move, because then you're sending your least most powerful members to do the dirtiest of the work. What exactly is the logic behind that?
To be fair, they are assassinating old men, so I don't think. A kid with a knife can do that, so I think people can explode entire towns. Some would call that overkill. They just didn't expect Fairy Tail to be there,
Okay, I'll give it that.
This one, with Natsu, might have been a bit predictable, considering what happened to Tempesta, but what happened to Tempesta, that was completely unseen. Rajan tribe, working at a restaurant, you don't really predict that in war.
Then again, when they die, they go back to the Tartaros' lair or whatever it's called, and maybe they become stronger.
Tempesta does. We're not sure if Jackal does.
Oh. Well,
even if he does,
yeah.
Even if he does, they've already said that all their resources are going towards Minerva and transforming her into a demon. So until that's done, I don't think they can revive. That's the thing. That's why I say we're in the early stages. Early stage, middle stages happen, and then Jackal comes in later after Minerva's done, and then, I don't know, he gets his own little power-up,
I was thinking that after they die and they get revived through that container that Tempest was in, I was thinking they get stronger after that. You know how Saints get stronger after they fight or they get beat up. or they get injured. Maybe it's the same thing.
That
here.
was kind of a genetic thing with Saiyans.
Well, maybe
It's also a generic thing in shonen.
Yeah,
That's
with main characters. So I'm gonna give this a 4.5 out of 10.
Okay. I thought this chapter was absolute garbage, and I'm about to tell you why. Okay, first of all, I'll agree that it was nice that the chapter went back and forth, but Jackal revealing his true form, it came and then it went just as fast. I mean, we didn't actually expect him to transform. I know Doriate transformed, but this was almost the same thing, but that one was way better handled because it was done at the end of the chapter. It built some suspense. This didn't build any at all. He punches Natsu, explosion, but Natsu delivers his little speech, Laxus, give me your strength, and then he lightning flame dragon modes the guy and knocks him out. And then, apparently the force of this, it knocks him back in his normal state. Then he's going to turn himself into a bomb to take out the entire town. Okay, I don't, like, they can't do anything. And Happy took the guy into the sky. I mean, I think we all know, like, because we've read One Piece. We basically know how this, like, initially happened in One Piece, and it's pretty obvious that Mashima just, like, ripped the idea completely. So, I mean, the unoriginality aside, Happy, he lived through a town-level explosion. I don't see the logic behind that. That's a powerful-ass explosion that should kill pretty much anybody short of the top tier in Fairy Tail, because they shouldn't have that level of durability. I mean, the Magic Council, he blew up some buildings and like 100+ people died. And even named characters like Lahar and Org. And to be honest, if you're telling me the damn Blue Cat has better, okay, fine. The Grand Doma is, he's an old man, but Lahar is a young, healthy man. How did he die from just building level explosions when Happy took the guy into the sky and he survived town level explosions? Did you see that thing? The thing was massive. I can't even understand.
It was a nova.
It was pretty much, you can pretty much call the damn thing nuclear. I mean, that's what it looked like to me. The radius of the blast, it looked nuclear to me.
And he took it full force. It was like
he took it like a champ.
People are even, I've even seen people try to like explain it, like, oh, maybe he threw him and then he started to fly away. But you can't evade the blast radius like that. That doesn't work. There's no way that should happen. For one thing, Jackal should have fallen back down. Happy shouldn't have that kind of throwing strength. And that's garbage. And another thing that really pisses me off is at the end of the chapter, like Misko said in his blog, it would have been better if there had been some suspense. I mean, fine, we knew he wasn't going to die. But the fucked up part is the last page. It's like the clouds clearing and shit, and everyone's happy that Happy survived. I mean, you just turned the thing into a joke. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, that was unbelievable. You turned
Nice.
The train has joined us to share its outrage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ultra's going into his own little demonic transformation over there.
I'm going to use my angry voice. No, I'm not. I just hate this chapter so much.
Where is she?
I can't even accept how bad it is. And to be honest, like I said, he turned it into a joke. One panel of revelation, this guy's smiling. He doesn't even have any visible damage. He's got, the burned afro, which for the record shouldn't even be possible with the level of hair he has on his body. I just hated this chapter so much. Oh my god, I give it a 0 out of 10.
Wow.
How much would you rate it if that last page just wasn't there?
I don't know, like 4.5.
That's all the redemption does. All right.
Wow.
But if the last page or two hadn't been there yet, 4.5 would have been accurate, because then it would just be another Natsu-focused fight. Or maybe I would cut it up to like the mid-5s.
That could have been a great cliffhanger if he had ended that one page. Like if we got the reveal that he was alive in the next chapter.
Yeah.
Then we've had a week to think about it.
Would be suspension, and it would. I still would be upset that he survived that massive explosion. But at the end, it wouldn't make me so unbearably angry towards this chapter. I would just be angry at both chapters a little bit less, rather than super angry at just one. But yeah, that's my. So, Kuro, what do you think is going to happen next time?
I know a lot of people are saying, well, the next chapter is called The Demon Notebook, which I hope that's just not his parody of that one movie called The Notebook.
I thought the same thing when I saw that title. The Notebook was the first thing that came to my mind.
Get a box of tissues nearby. This one's gonna make you weep.
And
then I was thinking, so a lot of people are guessing, like, or at least a few people are guessing that it's gonna be faith. Like, we're gonna get explanation on what faith is. I don't think it's gonna be that. I mean, something that's called faith, which is like, it has a lot of positive connotations to somebody connected to a demon notebook, which is like all the opposite. I think they're going to be separate things. But we might even get a change of scene completely. I think, like, maybe the next chapter is when we get to see End finally, or at least the source of End and all these demons. Maybe it'll be the confirmation of where Jackal goes. Like, is he dead for sure, or is he going to pop up again? Could totally imagine, like, he returns to the book, per se. Like, it'll just be like this panel of, like, Kyoka, that's how she knows when someone's died. She'll go to the library or wherever they all come from. And, there he is in the front page again. Sorry, we can't revive you because Minerva's sucking up all the resources, so... But yeah.
Nice.
I feel we've had an action scene. We've had two action scenes, basically, so... I feel that we're going to get into an exposition kind of chapter, just, okay, let's calm down for a sec, because, well, we've already calmed down. They turned the end of the last chapter into a joke. So calm down, aftermath stuff, and then maybe go to, pronunciation isn't working for me. Urza and Jalel, go to them next. I mean, I don't know, it feels like that's the logical step to take.
I could see that. It would be cool to see END just, like, not even, like, actually showing him, but, like, a silhouette, like, how, like, it would be like, oh, there's a disturbance in the force, but for fairy tale version, like, because he would feel
fairy
that.
Tale force.
It is a little too early to reveal his full form, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like a silhouette, like, oh, I feel that Jackal, or
maybe just
someone.
like a pair of eyes in the darkness.
Jackal fucked up again. Well,
Yeah.
Big surprise. Can't even kill a cat.
Yeah. It's just
I mean,
like,
Hades
I
was
want-
in
I wanna
darkness
see a
for a long
scene.
time.
I want to see a scene where Jackal gets revived, and they ask him, how did you get done in, cat?
cat.
I got your tongue.
Yeah.
That would be the perfect way. Cat got your tongue, just looks away awkwardly. Oh my god.
Fucking bastards. I could see that. Just that's what I predict. It's just, I don't know. At the beginning of the chapter, it's just going to be somewhere in the Tartaros Guild headquarters. It's just going to be Andy, like, oh, god damn it, we lost another one or something. Or he's not going to be upset. He's just going to be like, oh, it seems
He'll be frustrated, maybe.
Yeah.
Like he's angry at his incompetence.
Yeah, but then he's going to be like, we can make a new one. We have the technology, and just like we can make them stronger. Yeah, we have way more. We can make as many as we want. Yeah, and then it's going to switch over to Natsu. And Natsu and the crew just, like, being happy. It's like, yay, we won. We were able to defeat them. And they're just going to be all relieved. And Natsu's going to do something funny and comedic and dumb. And then I think the chapter after the next one is just going to be Mikelo talking about whatever the fuck the white inheritance is, or whatever that garbage is called. That's basically it.
Yeah, white inheritance faith.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Sure.
I'm really not focused on that. I just want to see some good fights.
I want to see a good fight, too.
Yeah.
And I don't want to see a bullshit survival. My prediction is that it's going to be like the recovery chapter. They're going to find Mikelo. They're going to go back to his house or whatever. He'll be upset, but they'll be like, old man, shut up and tell us what you know. And I think at some point or another, we're going to cut to a scene of the Demon Gates. I'm hoping we see somebody different other than Kyoka, maybe like Azel or whatever. But I don't have too much. I don't really... That's all right, too.
Next.
What do you mean?
Keith.
Ever since his name was changed to Keith, I've got this like little obsession about him. Like, I just want him to be like the most important one.
It would be funny if like actually in Fairy Tail, just like Mishima makes a joke out of it when he reveals himself, he's like, I am Keith, and all the Fairy Tail members are like, are you fucking kidding me? Your name is Keith? No, it's just like, wow, that's
to
a...
be fair, there's naming
Master of
sense.
100 spells.
To be fair, the naming
I am
sense in this series isn't exactly coherent.
Oh, it's not that bad.
I'm not saying it's bad, but you got like really unusual names like Ultier, and you have really common names like Lucy. I mean, you get the disparity, right?
Yeah, I guess.
That's basically what I mean.
And then there's Keith.
I don't have very high expectations for the next chapter.
I expect
or this
someone...
arc, for this matter, because Mishima just showed me how bad of a writer he is.
I expect someone to be named Carl in Fairy Tail. Someone's gonna be named Carl at one point. It's just Carl. Carl.
Wasn't Carla like almost named Carl in one translation?
That would have been great.
That would have been hilarious as fuck.
Female cat with like
Carl,
a guy name.
With a name like Carl, you'd wonder if it were female in the first place. Then that happiest crush gets a little bit, oh.
That's a very intimidating name, Carl.
It is, isn't it? Okay, so let's move on to the weekly rankings. Kuro, you go first.
Okay, just bring it up. Well, as I said last time I was on the podcast, I don't actually read Beelzebub and Toriko, and with One Piece on break, I only have 3 to choose from. So first, I'm gonna say Naruto, just because we're over the whole Obito crap. It's long gone. We can actually move on to the real antagonist, who is Madara, and he's alive now, which should prove to be fun. I mean, they can't just steal him now. Like before with all the zombies, it's like, let's immobilize you, steal you. Okay, good job, guys. Now they actually have to kill him, which I think may actually be a bit harder. And
wait a second. So he still has all the powers of being. Wait, no, is he alive? But in a sense, he's immortal?
Alive. He has a living body.
Alive.
But is he still immortal due to Edo Tensei?
No.
Oh, okay.
He's not going to turn into paper tags and.
No.
Oh, okay.
So he's full and alive, and we were talking before the podcast how like a lot of people are complaining about that, like, oh, he's alive now, he's not immortal, like, you know.
Yeah.
Why is he so scary? Because his intent is to become the Jinchuriki for the Ten Tails.
Right.
Which is
and only a living body can do that.
Yeah. Which has somewhat been complicated by all the tailed beasts being separated. And
not to mention the entire army coming after him.
Well, he's already taken on the entire army, and we saw what happened there, so...
Well, yeah, but like now they have like the reinforcements and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, he stomped the 5 Kages, but now they have Hashirama, Tobirama, and all the other guys.
Yeah. But, but yeah, so... I just want to see how that's going to play out. Like, his goal is to become the Jinchuriki for the Ten Tails, but all the tail beasts are now separated, though they are converging on his point. So is he going to just absorb them one at a time, or at least that's what his goal? I don't think it's going to happen because the story is just leading up to, okay, the Ten Tails are free. They're now going to prove that they can be good guys. They're not the monsters that everyone thinks they are. And I like how Gaara's leading them. Like, of all people, all the tail beasts are like, hey, you're Gaara, you're friends with Naruto. Sweet, we like you too. You can be our new leader.
He has a good point about that, actually.
I just thought that was nice development for Gaara's run. Like, Gaara, for me, has been a favorite character. I like seeing him develop over the years because...
I loved his original fight with Naruto back in, like, the hundreds.
That was great. Headbutt.
That was.
and for, like, just character development, like, he's been, like, he's gone from being this emotionless sociopath to... one of the most well-adjusted characters.
To a genuinely good guy.
Yeah. When he cried, when his the whole revelation with his mother happened, I was like, I feel so sorry for you. And now he's befriending the tailed beast like it's no biggie. He's like, yeah, okay, whatever. I'm just asking politely, you know, you don't have to be an ass about it. And then, you know, Naruto. Oh, that's the thing. The whole army's charging for where Madara was being sealed, not where he's now alive. So he's just flanked them instantly.
Wait, so he is where Obito was, basically.
Yeah, the only people who can fight Madara now are Minato and Kakashi.
Hello.
Oh,
ouch.
They're the only people nearby.
Ouch.
Kakashi hasn't had a good fight for about 100 chapters. Take on Madara. That's something I want to see, actually, now that I think about it. I want to see Kakashi versus Madara. No, This is what Kakashi is. He is the equal to everybody, no matter who it is. If it's like Chapter 10 and its Zabuza, equal. Chapter 600 and whatever, Pain, equal.
Well, not equal, he died in that fight.
He was still able to fight on par
Fire.
with him initially.
Okay.
The only reason he died is because he didn't know about the extra bodies, which is why Jiraiya died. And Pain outright said, if Jiraiya knew that I had 6 bodies, probably would have turned out badly.
Mm.
It's the kind of thing, Naruto, everyone talks about, now it's just who's got the biggest technique, but there is still some intelligence factor.
Some being the word.
It's lingering. I still feel that Naruto is crafty, at least until recently. Now it's just... Like that Rasen Shuriken he threw just then. That's nuclear right there.
But I wish he would throw it at Happy.
And Happy would survive that. With an afro.
It's meant to cut your cells apart. Yeah, well, I'm a cat.
No, man, if it's a cutting tool, he would survive it with a mohawk.
Yeah, pretty much.
I actually laughed when I saw the first.
Yeah.
I actually laughed when I saw the first page of Naruto. It's like the narration is, as Obito finally sees the light. I'm like, I get the metaphorical message you're sending, but in this case, the light is this condensed ball of mass destruction and death. I don't think that's a good thing to be idolizing right now.
It's like, this is not a good thing. You're going to die.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
so that's Naruto.
You're number one.
Second's Bleach. I'll try not to talk so much about this one.
Mm-hmm.
But, I don't know, Bleach, I feel is where Fairy Tail is heading. We've had the battles, now we're going into the peace moments. I just love that luchador guy. He just cracks me up every time I see him. He's like Elfman, he just screams man and then manhandles everyone. And then, Rukia and Renji are turning up, which... How did they get there before Ichigo?
Did they leave before Ichigo?
Even if they left before Ichigo, I can't help but feel like Ichigo should have overtaken them. Because it's like, I get that they're going to be stronger, but we all know Ichigo's going to come down and he's going to be basically the Messiah, so... I don't know.
I'm wondering if the Royal Guard did something to him, though. I don't know, made him...
They did something to him. Oh, he was away for a few chapters. We don't know what happens behind closed doors. I mean,
But I mean, I don't know.
She's the only woman there. And,
I think I mentioned before, they were really casual, oh, the war already started 3 hours ago. And I mean, really, dude? No, I don't know. I'm just hoping that they have some kind of, thing to go on, because otherwise they're just a bunch of dumbasses.
No, they generally don't give a shit. They're like, well, it's actually not our problem, so have fun
Well, I mean,
with that.
in this particular case, it kind of is.
I don't know. That's why I think, if the Zero Squad are gonna get their fights, that means Soul Society's gonna have to fall. We're gonna have that build up where everyone eventually loses, and then the fight is brought to the Royal Palace. Because they've outright said before that that's the only reason they'd fight. They protect the Soul King, and the Gotei 13 protects Soul Society.
Yeah, but I mean, I think they're kind of breaking their own rules with how they're they took Byakuya and Ichigo and they healed them and whatever, and they reforged the sword. I mean, I don't know, maybe they're gonna brace
Byakuya even gonna get there in time for the war?
What?
Is Byakuya even gonna get there in time for the war? He's leaving after Ichigo, isn't he?
I would think so. He was beat like hell.
Unless the war lasts the damned Battle of Karakura Town, days.
Wasn't that 3 months long?
Battle of Karakura?
No.
Well, no, it took...
That was a couple of hours. It was only
window.
actually a couple of hours. It didn't even go nighttime. Well, this war, we're already 1 day over.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I like that, Kubo has set that timescale. It's they did tell Ichigo, okay, it's going to take you a week to get there. Even though Ichigo said, if I hurry, I'll get there in 1. No, you're not.
Yeah.
Because that actually matches up with what has been said before, where Yuak or Buckbeard or whatever you want to call him, he said that the world ends in 9 days, so a week is 7 days. Even if Ichigo gets there after a week, he's still got 2 days. I mean, that would make sense for him to appear at the climax.
Oh, can I also point out that what's happening with Ichigo is completely a rip-off of the Snake Way in Dragon Ball?
Oh shit!
Yeah, I have made the comparison.
I think I haven't gotten a chance to point it out before, but yeah, it's just like that.
Why is there even stairs? Because so far, everyone who's gone down have just jumped.
Yeah.
Like, was there any reason bring us? Like, well, you might get lost on the way. It's literally down.
Yeah, he was jumping down, and he has to stop and ask for directions or something.
Somehow gets pushed into Hucamundo or the Don guy halfway there. Fights two Russian
Did
orcs.
I take a wrong turn or something? What the fuck? I didn't even turn, I just went straight down. What the fuck is happening?
See, if Zorro was in this situation, he would probably do that.
Zorro would probably go upwards to be honest.
He would still get lost.
In Alabasta, he found a forest in a desert. I just love that scene.
Yeah, it's like, how the fuck did I get here? How is that possible?
I don't even know how he got that far out. Like, the entire city's on that...
Yeah, I think I'm lost. I don't think I'm supposed to be here.
Yeah, I took a wrong turn, you know. Alright, so I guess Fairy Tale is your third?
Yeah, Fairy Tale is my last. I mean, I do give it 6 out of 10. I mean, I didn't find it that terrible other than the happy ending, but yeah. It's the last.
Happy ending. not really happy ending.
The kitten dies.
But happy for Happy because he survived. It's not happy for me.
But he's truly dead inside.
Well, he's been dead to me for a while, so whatever.
Lord. When did you start hating Happy?
I don't know.
When he dropped the Moondrip?
No, before that. Probably somewhere around, like, I don't know, somewhere in the Grand Magic Games arc.
That's how this chapter.
I think the happy hate started after the podcast. I mean, for the general populace, because I remember in the second podcast, I said I wanted to kill Happy, and everyone was like, "What?" And now everyone's like, "Yeah, Happy sucks. Fuck Happy." Not everybody, but a sufficient amount.
Except for Umne. Umne's the only one.
Yeah, Umne just wants to bang Happy. But other than that, you know. So I'm gonna go with my number one. I'm gonna give it to Toriko. I admit it was kind of like it was like long, but I mean it did what it needed to do. It was kind of interesting too, even if nothing particularly.
It was long, but it did what it needed to do.
It was long, but it was kind of interesting.
Kind of.
Yeah, like I analyzed very carefully.
Whoa, Jesus.
Right, but it was an alright chapter. And number two, I'm going to give it to Beelzebub. Because, I don't know, it wasn't as fast-paced and unnecessarily speedy as the last one. I think Beel's mom is an airhead, to be honest. And I don't think the series is really going to last that much longer. I hope it will, but, you know. Number three, I'm going to give it to Naruto. Reasons pretty much agreed with Kuro. Same, Bleach, I didn't really like it. I mean, it wasn't a bad chapter exactly, but it wasn't anything significant. It was just like the robot dude is afraid of dying. Like you're a robot, man. I mean, come on. I mean, why would you build a robot with an emotion chip or whatever?
He has a hole in his face.
Yeah, he wants to be.
How
a
do we not
boy
see what's inside him?
Huh?
How have we not seen what's inside him? He's literally blown open. All we see is this darkness.
Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck he is. He's probably some kind of spirit robot.
Yeah.
And number 5 is Fairy Tale. Number 6 is Fairy Tale because there's a blank spot in number 5 because Fairy Tale was just that abysmally bad.
One Piece was on break, but it was
One
still
Piece
better.
Was on break.
It was better than Fairy Tale. Oh wow.
But she would just get a new fucking love.
Pretty shameful that this is a Fairy Tale podcast and yet we're just destroying it. It's like, fuck this. Fuck this series.
I know.
Alright,
you go on, Hungry.
Number 1, I'll agree. Even though there's not much to work on this week, just because there was no One Piece, I'll give it to Toriko. Although I am getting a little sidetracked with, we're getting a little, I don't know if it's maybe just me, but even though this is the Toriko universe, we're getting a little bit too extreme. Like, it's getting to the point where it's like, we're...
Too hardcore for Hungry.
No, not even like hardcore, it's just like, holy shit, dude. Like, he's talking about how the entire planet was created and how there's a fucking rock, and this rock is alive, and how it was able to... A rock from space hit the Earth, and it basically grew over the planet. And basically, that's why the planet is so big. Like, holy shit, dude. You really
pick up this series.
Yeah, it's pretty, and he gave us all like scientific explanations. I'm like, holy shit, dude, you need to go back to school and get your fucking PhD in this shit. It's insane. And then and I'm not the only one, but I think Judo is gonna be Toriko's Jiraiya or Raleigh, or like Jiraiya was for Naruto and Raleigh was for Luffy. I think Judo is gonna be that guy for Toriko. He's gonna train him, teach him some new shit, how to survive in the gourmet world. That's basically it.
That would make sense.
Number 2, what did I give number 2? Oh yeah, Bleach. Just because I liked seeing that robot grovel, even though he's a robot. Like, who cares? You're a robot. No one cares. We can make millions of you. You don't matter.
You're not a real boy.
I also like that we got a
too far.
the inference of what the blonde dude's power is, because he keeps going on about balance now. And that's the thing. Like, well, he's B. That's his name, and he keeps going on about balance. And when he went to execute Kang Do, he blocks him with his iron skin, which he probably should have used earlier, but whatever. And then he outright goes, "Well, that's good luck for you." But you know what that means? And then instantly carves him out.
Jesus.
I think that's, I don't know. That's just me noticing something like, maybe that's his thing. Like, for every, he's basically like a story narrative empowered, where for every good thing that happens, he's just gonna give you a negative.
It's like giving you false hope. It's like, oh, you survived? Well, you're gonna die anyway. Who cares?
He's basically author incarnate. He's like, well, like the author to Attack on Titan. It's like, well, it's good that you guys are finally improving, but I'm just gonna ruin your day right now.
Yeah.
Like, good job, you survived.
No happiness.
You survived.
Here's another
You're
challenge
gonna die.
to try and kill you with.
I was pretty excited to see. I'm glad that Kyoraku and that B guy are gonna fight. I think that's a really well matched fight right there. I like it. And I think
so him playing Blondie.
Yeah, Kyoraku's Bankai, I think it's gonna be really really important in this battle, because I think it's gonna envelop the entire Serete. I think it's an area effect. Bankai.
That would make sense. Or maybe it's like a sensory type thing.
Or I was thinking it might be similar to like Yamamoto's Bankai, like
different.
I remember it's like, you can't do it where anyone will see or be around. And it's like, well, if Yamamoto had done his Bankai at any previous point, he would have just incinerated everyone.
Pretty much.
Even his own mates.
He was willing to, too.
He was willing to. That was just Shikaido.
I mean, he said, like, they should be willing to die for our cause and whatever.
I'm pretty sure none of them agreed to that. They're like, holy shit, wait, what? We did not sign up for this. You didn't tell us that before we came here? Well, too bad. It's in your it's in your contract when you sign up to be a captain, so it's like, really? Read the fine print. God damn it.
Yeah.
Bleach is number 2. Yeah, number 3. What was number 3? Oh, Naruto, just because. I don't know. I have no explanation why Naruto's number 3. That's it. I have no explanation. Number 4, Beelzebub. When I was hearing that Johan planned everything, all of his battle. Can anyone say Aizen?
Yeah.
So apparently Johan planned everything. He planned all of Ichigo. I mean, not Ichigo. What the fuck's his name? Because he planned all of. He planned all of Oga's fights from the beginning, and he was like, "Oh, and you wonder why you won all those fights from the beginning." I'm like, "Oh my god, Aizen! What the fuck?"
He even looks like Aizen.
He even acts like Aizen, just like super chill, even in the face of
with the clothes, the suave,
and the cocky attitude. Generally, he's kind of smart. But I am excited to see Olga punch him in his face, because I'm really tired of this dude. I don't like him. I didn't like him the first time I saw him, and I still don't like him. I don't like him. I can't wait until Olga punches him in the face. So, yeah. And number 5 is One Piece, even though there was no One Piece. And number 6 is Fairy Tail for reasons listed above.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so guys, now it's time to get into shenanigans. Hungary's going to start off with jokes.
I only have one joke this week.
That's good enough.
Yeah. Okay. Are you guys ready?
We're ready.
Prep yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
A woman goes to her doctor, and he notices she has a black eye. He asks her about it, and she breaks down crying and says her husband comes home drunk and beats her all the time. The doctor says, well, I'll fix that for you. Next time he comes home drunk, drink this and gargle it till he goes to sleep. 1 month later, she goes back to the doctor happy and bruise-free and asks what was in that mouthwash. The doctor says, nothing. You just needed to shut the fuck up. That's
bad.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Okay. There are no women here hungry. No need to be sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, people, for the Wiki News. As you guys know, the featured article, featured picture, and featured quote votings are all up. And we're having a discussion about Dragon Force. So drop by and give your opinions there. And because Kuro is filling in for Jabba this week, he's going to announce the winners of the previous whorehouse questions. So go on, Kuro.
So the winners of the previous whorehouse, we got 2 winners this week, and I feel bad for one of them, but these were chosen by Ultra and Hungry. And the winners are Fairy Tale Grandmaster and myself, apparently.
And I'm the
it
winner.
sounds so weird saying, and the winner is me!
Yes.
You guys don't win.
I was expecting you to be honest, yeah.
That would have been so much. Me, it's me.
Yeah, party!
I'm not the type to gloat. I feel I feel a little guilty, but at the same time, I'm happy because now I'm in the running and I can get
Right. Okay, congratulations to the winners. And now, since we're done with the shenanigans, we're going to go on to your questions that we got via email. Hungry, go for it.
Hey, let's see what the first questions are. Okay. Okay, from Fleet, as always, because he always puts in the first questions. Okay, Number 1. If you guys each owned a company, what 3 merchandise would you have it produce and sell? I don't know.
Company and 3 items to produce.
I think I would be fired right before I
You're going to get fired from your own company.
Yeah,
Your
exactly.
products don't even get past the test phase because they just see the designs and it's like, we cannot sell this to children, Hungry. We cannot sell this to children. But they need to learn.
I just get fired
They're
immediately.
like, yeah, they're too young for this.
They can
Have you
use their
never heard of a
imagination.
choking hazard before?
They can use their imagination when it comes to dildos. Okay, it's not sexual.
Right.
Fine, I'll choose something else. God. Spoons that are shaped like penises? I don't know.
Well, that would be difficult to eat with. Damn.
Okay, I'll
No, the handles are the handles. You go to your daughters as practice for holding. I know.
Oh, damn.
It's. I can always just
Mental
imagine.
images of this.
I can just imagine, like, you're the parent and your kid, son or daughter. Son would be hilarious. You know how, like, you go for ice cream and, like, it's been at the back of the fridge, it's rock solid, and they're just like, I can't scoop any of it out. You just have to work the shaft. Come on. Come on, son, work the shaft. You're gonna need to know that for college.
Oh my god. Too far. Too far.
So we've got one product. We've got one product up.
One product up. Alright.
And you can't cheat by saying phallic knives and forks either.
Yeah.
Because those two things should never mix.
We've patented this idea.
Some kind of electronic item, like, I don't know, maybe new phones or something, because I think we're going to keep needing those.
Lame.
We are going to need phones, man. I mean,
Can mine have a jetpack and can it shoot lasers?
yours can have whatever you like.
Yay! Mine's phone's gonna be the
Hungry, what do you want your phone to shoot? No, don't ask. I think
Rephrase.
I already got that.
Oh, god damn it. Oh, I was gonna give a great answer, but fine.
Not necessary.
I want my... Never mind. Fuck it.
It's just not worth it if you can't have that.
Totally ruined it. I don't want it. We're moving on.
Okay.
If you could have anyone's mustache or beard, what kind would you have?
I don't want one. I'm fine being clean shaven.
Ian McCall's Uncle Creepy handlebar mustache.
I would go for basically Tony Stark's. Just that little charming goatee.
charming goatee.
Okay.
I guess.
Listen, I've got facial hair right now, so I'm quite happy with what I have already.
Mm-hmm. Right. Next. Would you rather listen to Umne for 24 hours or the Numa Numa guy for 12 days? And yes, both are constantly singing.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's tough.
Since I haven't done that.
Well, what is Umne singing? Can we make him sing, like, requests?
Does he take requests?
Yeah.
It doesn't say anything, so I'm gonna say yes, he takes requests.
We're gonna force him to sing stuff that we like.
Okay.
Okay, then Umne.
Fine, Umne, but he gets to only if he sings of my choice.
Yeah.
I would take both, because I imagine by halfway
Okay,
through I'd just be laughing sanity. It just wouldn't matter anymore.
Just combine them as like 12 days and 24 hours.
I'm doing the Numa Numa thing for the 12 days.
Good lord.
We should do that. That should be like
How about we...
the Christmas present to everyone.
How about we don't and say we did?
Yeah, I was just about to...
It was a private show. You had to buy tickets in advance. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. Next question, 3.
If you were to initiate a flash mob, to which song would you have them dance to? Barbie Girl by Aqua. Or they're taking the hobbits to Isengard. That's a good one, too. I like that one.
I can see that happening at like a convention.
I don't know
Yeah.
what songs I have in my...
You would find the hobbits, you would start playing that on stereo, and someone would just pick up the hobbits and run around the convention.
And they would just get arrested. It's like,
Oh, anime
you
convention.
can't do that on TV.
We're doing an anime convention, and it's the end theme to Haruhi Suzumiya.
Lame.
I'm not going to explain that.
Lame.
Shut up.
Okay.
You'll be part of that mob, man. You'll be the leader.
No, I won't.
I just thought of a really
You
bad
will be. You will be. We're gonna film the damn thing, and you're gonna wear the little hair bow, the shorts, and whatever.
I don't wanna.
You're
Can't-
gonna.
Can't make me do shit. I need an adult.
You're not.
You are an adult.
No, I'm not.
You-
I'm not an adult.
I know. Okay.
Oh, that's right. Legal age in America is 21, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not an adult. Well, drinking age in America is 21.
Oh yeah, drinking
Voting
age.
and whatever, but he doesn't do that.
Gambling and legally owning a gun, so yeah. Oh well. Okay, well, give me the,
All right, and yeah, we got one of these questions. Hungry? Explain this.
I have to explain this? What do I have to
Oh, you gotta explain that.
Oh, okay. This is basically... I was alone. This was a moment of, just general loneliness. What's there to explain? It's basically...
Busy keyboard is a sticky keyboard.
It's quite self-explanatory if you think about it. If you look at it, if you read it, it's self-explanatory.
You guys have probably seen this in the chat of Shane blog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The explanation to this is just the first line. I'm all alone. That's it. That's
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm
Then
alone.
He just like baps like crazy. He throws.
All right,
stuff
we don't
away.
need an explanation.
I'm just
Ultra.
disappointed you only needed one sock. One sock is...
Yeah. It was an off day.
Okay.
Moving on.
Big song.
Moving on. Nucky is next. Number one.
Okay.
If you guys were contracted to write any sort of manga you wanted, what would it be about? What sort of protagonists would you have? I've actually had kind of a minor storyboard to a manga.
Ooh.
Generally.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of have it too. It would just the opening stuff. I'm not gonna share too many details, but the opening stuff it basically involves the city being destroyed by lightning. That's the opening. I'm not gonna tell you anymore. That's the opening.
Laxus goes on vacation.
Mine is basically like a combination of Yu Yu Hakusho and it's very similar to Yu Yu Hakusho, but it's got a whole different like storyboard and everything. Basically, that's it. That's all I'm gonna say.
For me, the career I'm trying to get into is actually writing. So I've got a few ideas, and being able to publish a manga that I write for is like a long-term dream of mine. And so like right now, throughout my course, I've worked on a novel, and I think I've shown a couple of people a couple of chapters from it. And it's basically like, it's actually probably inspired by fairy tale partially, because I like the whole idea of guilds and doing jobs. And so, main character is female, half elf, and yeah, I've just got a bunch of designs that I want to see happen.
Did you get like an artist to draw some of your thoughts? Like
I can draw myself, so
oh, okay.
I know if I was to get for a full production, like if I wanted to get this published, I would go out and commission an artist to do a couple of chapters to show to publishers. But for now, it's mostly just for my own stuff.
Oh, okay.
It's good enough to draft, not good enough to get published.
You're just in the middle right now. But it's in its infancy.
Yeah.
You've got a lot of time.
You got time.
I have a lot of coddling to do. Come on, one day you're going to be big and strong, and you're going to be on skyscrapers and everything, and it's going to be amazing.
Well, at least you have goals, unlike some people. I'm gonna kill myself.
Next question.
All right. Number 2. True or false? During the height of its dominance, the British Empire was so vast that the sun literally never sat on it. Oh, that's why. That's true. It's obvious. That's why they said. Yeah, the sun never sets on the British Empire. That's what they said. That's like one of the things in back then. And yes, it's true. At its peak, the British Empire's land territory was 33.7 million square kilometers large. At any point in time, the sun was shining on at least one part of it. Thank you for that illuminating report, Nucky. Next, number 3. If this world happened to have some sort of supreme being or deity, like a god, and you had the opportunity to meet them, what sort of things would you say? What questions would you ask?
Can I take over because you're doing a really shitty job?
Why?
Why not?
Wait, I'm doing a shitty job?
Whoever wants this time.
No, you're not since when are you the god?
Oh!
Saying,
I thought you were talking about me asking the question. I was about to say, wait, I'm just reading them as they're written.
Over for him to get it.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh, okay, you were talking about the question, okay.
Yes.
I apologize.
What is the question?
If you could talk to a god, what?
It's rhetorical, don't even try.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I would make that that's like basically a joke answer. Like I saw Bruce Almighty, so I know that you don't need me to explain the rest. But that's the best joke answer I have.
I guess I would ask the deity or whatever. I don't know, like about what's out there, like different worlds, different species of living beings. Like I don't know. Just show me new shit. I'm tired of looking at the same fucking planets every day. Just show me some new shit. Show me some new living people. Like, there could be, like, other human beings out there that are, like, more advanced than us. That would be kind of cool.
Secret civilizations.
Atlantis. Yeah. That wouldn't be so...
I just want to see new shit that's out there, that different species that we have never thought of or even conceived of. That's basically it. Just show me some new shit. That's it. That's all I want to ask. Kuro?
Can you see? Like, my genuine answer would be like, do you want to grab a beer or something? Because you're not going to just want to have like, one question. I like being friendly.
See.
I just thought like a joke answer could be, can you see why kids love Cinnamon Crunch so much? Or however that ad goes.
How many licks does it take to get to the center of the Tootsie Pop? God's gonna
just
be
like,
you're fucking kidding me.
We could ask Nucky a stupid question about the forest and the tree, or whatever it's called.
Or what came first, the chicken or the egg?
The egg.
Are you sure?
Yeah, honest answer would be, you want to grab a beer.
Okay. That's acceptable. Next. Okay, 4. True or false? At any point in time, the ancient Spartan army, which was all male at the time, encouraged its members to have sex with each other. Yep, that is actually true. Yep.
Yeah.
They would form bonds with each other, blah, 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 blah. And yes, Nucky said it's true. Yep.
It is true. Because I actually think I read something like people who were actually into women were apparently considered weird or something back then. Or something to that effect.
It's weird how things change.
I know, right?
It's like that. It's like back then. It's like, ew, you like chicks? What a weirdo. you like vaginas? Ew, gross.
Ew, cuties.
Yeah. Now it's just like, what are you, a fag? Gay.
Exactly.
it's like Jesus, man. Times change. Yeah, next. 5. If some random user asked about me and I wasn't around, what would you say? How would you describe my personality appearance to them?
It would just link all like the templates that have you in like stupid pairings and shit.
The first thing I would say is, yeah, that guy's a total dumbass. But then I would be like, nah, I'm kidding, and I would just like describe how much of a knob you are, I guess.
Link a couple YouTube videos like, yeah, he started this.
He's my own franchise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so.
Alright, next is from Sunbrown Fee. Hi, podcast team, here are my questions. Number 1, you get to kill off characters from Fairy Tail now. Make your choice. Okay, now you have to replace those characters with FT Wikia users to appear in the series. Who will it be?
Wait, so the character who dies gets replaced by a user?
Yeah.
And okay. Obviously, Happy dies, and the person who has to replace him would be Rai. Because that'd be pretty funny to like see Rai having to like carry people all over the place.
Would he have to fulfill the same roles like would Rai just be saying, "Hey"?
Yeah. Would Rai have to be like a little black fat cat? Would his body be just like infinitely bigger than his wings, and he can't fly, and that's like a gag throughout the manga, like, oh, he can't fly because he's too fat.
He has to literally just let himself go.
Yeah.
he can only like levitate up like 2 inches above the ground because he's so fat.
And he comes down and he's completely exhausted and out of bed.
It's like, well, technically we already have Droy, so we don't really need Rai. Do we really need another giant monster fat fuck in the manga?
Otherwise, he's on the wiki then. So.
Yeah.
Okay, that's my answer. What about you two?
Oh, kill off one character.
It is a hard question.
Yeah.
Like you went the easy way and just said Happy, but
Well,
if we say something else.
Yeah.
I guess I would kill off Wendy and replace her with... that's tough.
Remnant.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's like, everybody thinks he's a guy, but he's actually a girl. And that's like a gag throughout the manga. It's like, dude, that's
a gag in real life.
Yeah, that's
Waffles replaces Kawa.
high. Yeah, that would be, Glass, and then Glass is like, we need Glass to be in there, just
Levy.
like, yeah, Glass can be Levy, and she just like attacks Waffles with hugs, and then Rem gets really mad. It's like, oh my god, leave my fucking cat alone.
Sorry, Sonny, we kind of expand on your question to replacing one character with the entire guild.
Yeah, basically. We apologize.
Replace the guild with the whole wiki about that.
That would be a minor improvement. As long as Umne's not part of the guild, I'm fine.
Umne is in jail.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Umne's dead. How about that? Even better. I would feel better.
Both.
Yeah, he is dead. All right. The world is in a better place. Kuro?
I kind of want to replace Makarov with someone, just because I want to see, I don't know, someone trying to keep control of the guild, like someone from a wiki trying to handle the craziness they do. Ultra, you can be Makarov. Have fun being responsible for all their antics.
Yeah. You have
and Happy. Can't get rid of Happy.
Aww.
You believe in friendship. You believe in accepting all people.
Sadly.
I would like to see the look on Natsu's and Happy's face if Makarov just one day is like, Happy, get out of the guild, you're fired.
You're not a real mage. You're a cat. Get out.
Yeah, get out. We don't need you. You're not useful. It's like, everybody's like, wow, holy shit, dude, you're mean. Get out.
Well, that'd be alright. Natsu could leave with him.
go in full Titan mode and just throw Happy over the entire town. You just see him disappear into the distance.
Be like when Urza kicked him on the beach.
Yeah. That's perfectly acceptable. Animal cruelty.
I work with that
Yeah.
in manga.
All right.
We don't condone animal cruelty, but we do find it hilarious.
It is a manga, so who really?
If it's Happy.
It's Happy. It's not really an animal. It's a cat with wings. Fuck him. And he talks. He can talk. Fuck that. All right, we're digressing. Let's move on. Number 2. So a lot of us, I think, are annoyed with that Happy survived. Could you pretend to be a news reporter describing the live action from the scene as though Happy died?
News reporters have to be
Blue
unbiased,
guts everywhere.
so I don't think it's possible.
Yeah, that's true. Because I would just be like...
If I were like a vlogger or something, then maybe I would just like put up a bunch of like curse words in my blog post or something. But as a genuine reporter, I can't do that.
It's like the post of a New York Times headline: Populace rejoices. Winged cat dies. That's fine.
YouTube explodes. New viral video.
Yeah. It's
Statue erected in honor of Demon.
okay. Getting a little hardcore.
Let's go.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Oh, god damn it, Chaos. Okay.
Chaos.
Yeah, Chaos sent us questions. Number 1.
Wow.
State the biggest bullshit fight in all of the series you guys have read so far. One for each series. If there are more than one, list the top 3. Oh my god.
There's so many.
Yeah.
But, Fairy Tail.
Fairy Tail, it's like, where do you start? Where do I begin?
There's a lot. I mean, there's Urza's fight against Azuma. There's Sting completely giving up against those guys, but I'm not sure if that's really a fight per se.
Fight.
Yeah.
There's, Lexus versus Raventail. There was Sting and Rogue getting their asses raped by Natsu and Gajeel.
There was Team Fairy Tail beating Hades.
Mm-hmm. Hades is mine.
Yeah.
Easily.
Okay.
And it was just, for me, what kills it for me is like how long they were. It's like saying, all our energy's gone. Sudden revival. Oh, our energy's gone. Sudden revival.
Yeah.
And then while Hades is just, unharmed, getting more powerful by the second.
And then he gets beat by just one shot.
Happy does it again. God damn it.
Yeah, Happy. God damn it.
Happy. No, we have all misjudged Happy. Like, how early in the series he was always given those little evil stares.
Yeah.
He's a maniacal little bastard.
He's orchestrating everything.
His smile
He's
is
planning
alive.
to take over.
Yeah,
move over, Zara.
He is end.
Oh my god, could you imagine if he was END the whole time?
Oh my god.
That would be fucking crazy.
Nice.
Oh my god. My opinion of Happy would change instantly. I'd just be like, oh, you are a fucking maniacal little shit. I applaud you, sir.
He didn't drop
I think Fairy Tail, can we just say that there's too many to name?
Yeah, Fairy Tail's too many to name. Naruto, I can't really think of that many.
Naruto. I don't know, maybe the one against the Raikage? I mean, I know we've had our disputes against that between the three
Which
of us.
Raikage fight?
The third one. Like when Naruto fought him one-on-one.
I like that one, though.
I know, that's why I said we had our disputes on that.
Yeah. I like it because it was actually clever. It's like, well, I can't beat you with, sheer power, so let's...
I'm just gonna run away from
smart
you.
I know, but I also felt it was kind of rushed.
Yeah. Yeah, all the Kage fights were rushed. Like Gaara versus his dad. That was like, you spent one chapter on it.
Yeah, there was not much in Naruto that I can think of.
Nothing in particular bad. I think Naruto just suffers in general because of character-related shit, Sasuke and whatever.
Although I do think
versus Kabuto, was that bad? You'd call it a bullshit fight?
Okay,
I wouldn't call it
the way it ended.
Exactly, I just didn't really like it.
The way it ended with Izanami and shit like that. I still don't understand how Izanami even works, so I'm not even going to get into that. But yeah,
that it's
basically forcing someone to learn a life lesson of their own will. Like, he's going to be stuck in that loop until he learns his faults and improves upon it. It's like, you're going to make the wrong decision or the right decision, and until you realize that you're making the wrong decision, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's about it.
It's like it's a moral jutsu kind of thing.
Well, that just makes it even worse.
Yep.
So
Bleach has quite a fair few.
the only one that comes to mind is Ichigo versus Aizen, but that's only because of Aizen's transformations. That's
But
the only
there's also Kenpachi versus Unohana.
Yeah, that was pretty bullshit.
I'm gonna go with the Ichigo versus Aizen, though. One Piece.
Rukia versus Aranero was really like, this guy's on a Espada and she's not even a lieutenant and she beats him. What the fuck?
She has the power of a lieutenant and she almost dies. Like, the only reason she defeated him is because she got a headshot on him.
It was a good fight. Yeah.
Okay.
One Piece, probably the third fight between Luffy and Crocodile.
I guess
you guys agree?
I guess. Yeah, I mean, he is a Shishibukai, yeah. But then again...
And he beat Luffy up twice, but never killed him.
Luffy is a resilient little cunt.
Well, I mean, he could have killed him. He just left him for the dead. And he did it twice.
For, like, a bullshit fight, I'd actually have to say, like, Nightmare Luffy. I mean, it was cool, but it was also a cop-out, I feel. Like, it was literally like, here's your magic power-up, and you're done.
Yeah, it's like, you didn't beat Gekko Moria, which was the point of this in the first place. One Piece isn't that bad.
Not really.
The bullshit fights.
Toriko doesn't really have any, in my opinion.
Except I am upset that Oda didn't show, Fujitora and Doflamingo versus Law. Even though it was a stomping, I'm sure, he didn't, like, show it. Yeah, he didn't show it. I would have liked to have seen him, like, actually show the actual fight. I was a little...
That fight started so awesome, though.
Yeah,
like, with them all standing on their pillars.
Yeah, that was just staring down. That's... You can't get any more badass than that. I can't wait till they show that in the anime.
Yeah, that should basically be, like, the cover photo of, like, this is the new world, this is what happens.
Yeah, I hope they extend it like they usually do in the anime. They usually extend fights, and I love that about the anime.
The anime's doing weird stuff. They're, like, cutting out canon scenes and replacing them with completely bullshit filler.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I've just stopped watching it.
I don't really watch the anime anymore.
I haven't seen it.
Just go into One Piece's wiki articles and on the episode pages where they tell you, what the difference between the anime and manga are.
Anime, yeah,
anime, read through and you're like, that's bullshit, that's bullshit. That's okay. No, that's absolutely bullshit.
Yeah.
Works for me, sure.
So apparently they extended Monet's death to, like, 3 extra episodes where she's just gasping for breath, and it's like, you're dead, why are you still here? Other than for padding.
I did like the extension of Law versus Smoker. That was pretty badass.
Oh yeah, that was amazing. That was before they gave up on the anime, though.
Did they? Wait, they gave up on it?
He means something about the animation stuff, right? I think we talked about this.
Yeah, the budget is probably just gone. Like, the animation has been pretty terrible. Like, even in the big moments where it's like, this should be really cool, it's been absolute shit. Like, Sanji versus Virgo was painful to watch.
Why?
And it's basically because One Piece will draw a crowd, no matter how good or bad the episodes are. It's One Piece, just the name will draw the audience they want, so...
And they don't care.
They don't need to try. They don't need to try and get everyone. At least that's the common explanation. Like, Toei Animation hasn't come out and said, yeah, we give up. Who cares? It's One Piece. You love it. Because that would probably be a very bad move for them to make, but yeah. I mean, next question.
Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah, let's just go.
Yeah.
I don't have it. Okay, let's move
on.
What? Okay. There's stupid little things in my room.
Alright.
Number 2. Now that it is revealed that there's an ingredient that can be eaten indefinitely in Toriko, my question is that if there's only one specific genre of food you guys can eat for the rest of your life and nothing else, what would it be?
For example, considering I didn't know food had genres.
For example, I left.
Sorry, this Geek and Me came out.
Yeah. Chaos said it'd like to eat sushi for the rest of its life. Hooray!
So yeah, choose one meal and then live with it.
No, I would probably choose like pizza.
Really?
Yeah.
You know how fat you would get?
Whatever, dude. If I choose anything else, I'll be like super underweight.
You don't have it. I guess I would choose oatmeal.
Yeah,
Really, no meat for the rest of your life?
Oh, fuck, you're right.
Oatmeal and bacon.
Oh, no, bacon's disgusting.
Fine, oatmeal and medium rare steak. Right in the middle. Just drop it in there.
How about just slabs of beef? That's it. Just slabs of roasted.
You want some
beef.
dessert? Yeah, I can
Your
go for
choice,
some beef
man.
right now.
Yeah.
Want a snack? Yeah, some beef. You're just on the train and you pull out this huge steak. As you like,
just start
fully cooked and all that.
ripping it apart with your teeth. Just people looking on. People looking on in hordes as you're ripping this piece of beef apart.
and then like drinks. Drinks is just blended steak.
Oh, that's one chunky.
He's got one of those big industrial blenders. It just liquefies it.
Oh
Okay.
My. Yeah. All right, you guys. What food would you eat for the rest of your life?
Yeah, pizza.
Cora?
I'd go with Weet-Bix. Weet-Bix is Australian breakfast.
I figured. Never heard
it's
of it. Jesus Christ.
It's literally just little sticks of like wheat. That's all it is. But it tastes amazing.
I see.
Especially with sugar on it. And
You're
maybe
gonna
jam. Jam's always nice.
You eat it for the rest of your life, it better be delicious. Jesus.
I could absolutely eat that for the rest of my life. Until, like, I'm allergic to it now because I'm celiac.
Oh.
So I'm allergic to wheat. But before I became celiac, I literally had it for breakfast every single day. It was just, standard.
How upset are you now that you can't eat it?
I might have cried a few nights when I found out.
Wow.
I then considered writing a letter to the producer saying, could you please make gluten-free or, wheat-free Weet-Bix, which I then realized was kind of defeating the purpose of it. So there's just going to be boxes of air.
That would be pretty fucked up. It's like, here's your gluten-free, wheat-free...
Wheat product.
Yeah, there's nothing in there. It's like... Here you go, asshole.
Yeah, they just like deliver empty boxes
like, what's
to your
in
house
here?
or something.
Crushed dreams.
Crushed dreams.
So sad.
I'm sorry, Cora.
So, is there another question from Chaos?
Yeah, he's got plenty of questions. Number 3. I know that most of you guys are currently very dissatisfied with the current state of Fairy Tail in general, so if you are given the opportunity to change anything in Fairy Tail past and or present arc, list out of the top 3 things you would change and why. Keep it brief, or I don't think the podcast will have the time to fit all the rage and anger you guys wish to express.
That's actually true. Should we just like the 3 things we agree on? How about that?
Yeah.
The ending of the Grand Magic Games arc, where they were somehow destroying the gates, solved everything. We would change that somehow. Would you guys agree?
Yeah. How about the second half of the Grand Magic Games altogether?
I can go with that, sure.
Just one general thing I'd go for is like just consistency. Like the Grand Magic Games could have been really awesome, but they really rushed the second half.
Yeah.
Like if it was like full on tournament and they actually did they kind of did the last round pretty well, but and like even with this current arc, I really want to see it just stay consistently dark, like not go from like Nakama's speech to defeating the bad guy to despair to joke of cats.
It's pretty
if it was
sad.
just like
And it's crazy because he doesn't write on the fly. He actually thinks this through. Like, really?
Yeah.
You planned Happy to survive a nuclear explosion? What the fuck?
It's like the time they set with the Magic Council being killed and annihilated. If they just kept that for like another few months, I would be quite happy for them to then turn to jokes because you can't have high tension.
You can't expect the whole thing to be crazy. It is Fairy Tail after all. We got to mix in the general stuff that we like.
Yeah.
But I mean, for this
the
point,
pacing.
This was a really bad move. So yeah, one of the things I would change would either there's no bomb at all, or if there is a bomb, Happy dies from it. Like one of those two.
Or it's just taken out. Like, even if he's not killed, he's not just going to be smiling like an idiot. He's going to be on the ground, bleeding. May lose a wing, even.
Wow, Jesus
like
Christ.
the Queen. It's got to be dark, dude. This is the war with demons, and they've already set the tone. That's the thing. They set it up saying people are going to die, and now they're making light of that.
And cats are surviving blasts.
It is kind of insulting.
This kind of felt like a joke chapter. Now that I think about it.
Really. Any other particular thing?
Yeah, any other change? So we've got second half the Grand Magic Games, consistent tone. Anything else?
Edalus was kind of boring.
Who?
Yeah.
Edalus, the arc.
Oh yeah, that was my least favorite. That arc reminded me of Skypia from One Piece.
Yeah, you think you've said that before.
Yeah.
They could have involved the counterparts a lot more. Like, Urza got a lot of attention.
Urza did, yeah.
But other than her, like, they just fought, random guys that didn't really matter much.
And it really over-focused on these Exceeds. Like, much as I hate Happy, that aside, like, there's really not much in his character really make an arc out of.
Yeah. Like, he did get a good moment defending Carla, but if you have that one moment represent the entire arc, that's just not good.
Mm-hmm.
That's easily the only moment in Fairy Tail where you're just like, oh, good job, Happy, and the rest is like, go fuck off, fucking cat.
So one time he's serious and not just...
One time he's not just being a dick.
Yeah. So yeah, those are our three things.
Okay.
Next question.
Next, number 4, to Ultra. Who do you love more? Jess, Carrot, Michelle, or Aldarinor? We all know that you have feelings for them, so it's time to settle this. And don't give me that I love all of them equally, with the exception of Aldarinor stuff. If you do not choose between one of the 4, we'll confirm...
What will you do if I don't choose, really?
If you do not choose between one of the 4, we'll confirm that it's Umne that you love the most, and you have to give up on Jess, Carrot, and Michelle. Hungry, do not let Ultra skip this question. Well, Ultra?
Yeah, totally. First of all,
I'll make
Al was my friend, okay? He was the guild master of the Grand Prix before me. That's just how it is, my friend. God obviously disagreed, but he's gone now, so kindly kill yourself. Michelle's like my sister, really. I think I've said that before, honestly. She's underage, really. I mean, I'm not remnant.
That's never stopped you. That's never stopped you in the past.
What past? When has it had to?
Never mind.
Exactly. I've never gone after anyone who was underage.
Knowingly.
What? That actually gave me a really funny story of something that happened in high school to my friend.
Here we go.
No, I'm not.
on a very special Fairy Tale Wikia podcast.
God, I'm not. If you guys want to hear about that, PM me. Yeah, okay. Michelle's my sister. Well, I don't have a chance with Carrot. Carrot and I are friends. That's the end of the story. And Aldarinor is just my friend, and I will leave Jess to your imagination.
So you love Jess?
I didn't say that. I said that's up to your imagination.
She by process.
Well, obviously, I just said I can't love Carrot, so by proxy.
Yep, Jess is the answer. And then Chaos at the end. The last question is a Japanese question, and I can't read Japanese, so fuck you.
Run it through Google, see if it comes up.
No, Chaos wrote it and he romanized it basically. Yeah, look right here, bam, that's it. I'll show it to you guys. I don't know what the fuck it says.
I don't know what any of them.
Oh yeah, let's just totally. I know what the fuck this says. Yeah, totally.
I don't.
Chaos. Fuck myself.
Is this like lyrics to a song or something?
I have no idea.
You're just good. Nah, just skip it.
Skip it. Move on.
Yeah, seriously.
Okay. Next is from Carrot.
We could just make up our own answer for it.
Number 1. You have all been picked and entered into the Hunger Games. The other contestants are the Fairy Tale Wikia admins, policy and standard chat mods. What is your game strategy? I.e., do you team up with anyone? Do you try to take out any of the others first? What is your weapon of choice? etc. etc.
My strategy is to cheat.
I guess...
I feel like I could make references, but I'd be the only one here who knows.
I actually have not read that book.
Okay, you haven't read books, so...
Me neither. I don't read books.
The odd one out here. I was like, oh, you could be that one character. Oh, you won't know that character. Damn it. To anyone who has read The Hunger Games, Ultra will be Haymitch. Just saying.
Who's that? No, never mind. Don't bother.
Yeah, that would be like another 20 minutes on this podcast.
Okay, for weapons, can we have like assault rifles?
No.
No.
Oh.
I don't think there's been any guns. It's basically gladiatorial.
If so, then I would just choose a nuke. You can't just... Oh, let me choose an assault rifle for this game. I guess I would choose, for weapons, I don't know, something basic, like a spear. Because I'm not really into bows and arrows.
Right, now I know who you are as
Maybe
well.
like on a spear and shield or something, combat?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, like a hoplite. That would be fine.
Like gladiator suit or something.
I guess I would be the idiot that's like, alright, line them up one by one. Who the fuck is first? that's who I would be. I would be that dumbass.
I would be the one, I would just be like stuck in the bushes and shit with my eyes slightly over the top of the bush looking around, and then, I don't know, I'd probably get stabbed in the back or something.
I would be just out in the open in the middle like, who the fuck is first? Let's do this shit.
Dude, you just like paint your face and be like Braveheart walking around.
I'm that dumbass. Yep, that's me. Guro?
Oh yeah.
I'd honestly like to be in Hunger Games. It sounds like a lot of fun.
What's your strat?
I would... I know it sounds terrible. Killing all my mates, that would just be the best. Good weekend, guys. Good weekend.
You're dead.
Yeah, next weekend we're going bowling.
They're all just laying in the hospital like,
Yeah. I don't really know. Like, for me, I'd probably be like hungry. I'd be like very much, I would be the aggressor of the Hunger Games. Like a lot of in the story, it's all like, okay, let's go hide and plan. But I'd be very much like, making the first move and hunting people down. Yeah. So, it's gonna sound bad because the question is including all admins and counselors.
That like, just gives me motivation, to be honest.
But if it was like just generic people, I'd be like, I'd probably invest in like a knife, a rope, preferably the cover of night, and then just have fun.
I think in this kind of scenario, like whatever you've seen in the movies, you just like try to reenact that to protect yourself as best you can. I think that's honestly the end. Like whoever is like the smartest in the end, I think they win.
Well, the main character in the Hunger Games uses a bow and arrow, which gives her distance, but there's a lot of situations where it's like, yeah, that doesn't really help you in this situation. Like, there's been a few times where she's, like, trapped in a tree, and she hasn't got her bow and arrow yet, and then, like, there's, like, an entire group of other fighters below her, like, we're just waiting for this to happen, we've got all night. And at the same time, no matter what you plan, the Hunger Games it's a game to the audience, so the people organizing the event will always throw shit in your way to, like, if you're winning...
Hinder your performance, basically.
Yeah, if you're winning by large margin, they'll be like, yeah, this is getting over too quickly, let's get him killed. Like, as soon as possible. Like, they could literally explode you at any moment if they felt like it.
They have bracelets or something, then what?
Yeah. They inject tracker devices into you before the game, so like they know where you are at all times. I think there's at one point where the main character was threatened by like a forest fire just because she was getting too close to the edge of the arena.
Yeah.
How accurate are the books to the movies? I mean, how accurate are the movies to the books?
I haven't seen the movies either.
I haven't seen the movies. If you're going to see the movies first and then the books later. Because the minute you read the books first, you've got the complete story. So when you go into the movie, you're always going to compare and say, "Oh, they've missed this."
Oh, okay.
I think that's a pretty generic thing, given how adaptations usually work.
Never mind.
But
I'm just gonna watch
I've heard that Catching Fire at least is really good, so I plan to see it at least. But yeah, read the books are interesting. Just ignore the romance part, and it's a really good gladiatorial story.
All right.
Okay.
Let's move on. Okay, number 2 from Carrot. What is your favorite type of pizza? Any type. If any of you hate pizza, you are nuts. I don't hate pizza, but I choose not to eat it anymore ever. So yeah.
I don't hate it, but my body disagrees.
Yeah, basically.
I like anything that has no vegetables and has meat.
I guess I'll go with supreme pizzas, like the veggies, mushrooms, meat, pepperoni. Yeah, that's the supreme pizzas. Or just basic cheese. I'm a classy guy, so just basic cheese pizza.
Yeah, he's a classy guy. He has like little baby, he cuts it with the fork and the knife and all that shit.
Fuck that. When I see people do that, it's like, dude, put the fork and the knife down, shove it in your fucking face and eat it.
One way or the other.
Like, who are you trying to impress? Are you impressing me that you're eating pizza so classy? Get the fuck out of here.
I actually learned how to use knives and forks by eating pizza with them.
That's how. For shame. For shame.
I just sat down one day. I'm like, look, I got to learn how to use knives and forks for when the time comes.
And yeah, I'll use the best possible hand food to do that.
Alright, my favorite pizza, just to reaffirm how Australian I am, is the Aussie pizza, which is bacon, ham, egg, cheese, and onions, depending on what you buy.
Wow.
That doesn't sound so bad.
It's actually really great. Have some barbecue sauce on it. It's just delicious.
Okay, never mind.
Don't like barbecue sauce?
No, I used to. I can't. I don't like condiments at all.
Okay, that's fair enough. Had a bad experience in college. I understand.
I don't like talking about it.
Was this that one experimental time?
Yeah. All right.
Yes.
All right.
Let's move on. Number 3. A witch appears to cast a curse on you. However, she is slightly nice and gives you a choice between 2 curses she knows how to perform. Number 1. The first curse makes anyone you look at instantly love you, to the point of intense infatuation, male or female. They will constantly declare their love for you even if you reject them. The second curse makes anyone you look at instantly repulsed. They will try their best to stay away and avoid you at all costs, no matter what you do. Neither curse ever wears off, and you can't choose to have either of them placed on you. Which curse would you have the witch cast?
So it's the choice of being Jesse on the internet or Omni on the internet.
Yeah, basically.
That's a great analogy.
That's perfect. Both of them have their
advantages and disadvantages.
I would have both, just so when I look at people, they're just confused.
Yeah,
but just like, do I love him? Do I not?
Carol, you probably already confused them.
You can never confuse people enough. There is no limit to confusion.
That's a lesson right there.
Damn. I guess I would choose the first one because, like, I don't know, with the other one, you'd end up living like you're alone for the rest of your life, and like the other one's kind of annoying, but at least you won't be bored. Like the other way, you just be like,
you won't be bored.
Oh, you won't be bored with that. Trust me. It's like, if somebody's chasing you, fine, lock them out of your house or something. But I mean, if no one wants to interact with you ever, then like, how are you going to live? You'll just be driven to suicide.
Then again, you are alone.
Well, I mean, internet. How far can you go with the internet? You still have to have like stuff delivered to your house and whatever.
Jesus, you really thought this one through.
You just wear a paper bag over your head. That's basically.
It's true.
Could I get through this shit with like sunglasses? Because I already wear them a lot.
Just mirrored sunglasses.
Like I don't take a picture without them, so I think that I might manage with that if it's possible. But she didn't specify, so. Meh.
Hungry?
Right.
What do you choose?
Yeah.
Both of them have their advantages. On one point, I hate people, so I guess I'd want people to stay away from me. But then again, everyone going gaga over me, I guess. It's normal at this point, you know. I'm joking.
Go at all.
I can just imagine him putting his hands behind his head, relaxing when he said that.
Yeah. No, I guess I would choose. I mean, nobody can stand being alone forever. How hard would it be even if your family's like repulsed by you? That would be kind of weird. So I guess I would choose the loved one. But at one point it would get annoying. It's like, dude, can I have an intelligent conversation without you trying to suck my dick? Jesus Christ.
To be fair, when somebody's doing that, you can't have a conversation at all.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, it'd be a one-sided conversation, and to be fair, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't have a problem with that.
Yeah, I'm used to talking to myself already, so. All right, let's move on. Next is from Toshi. Okay. Number 1, so Happy survived. Lame. How would you kill Happy if you were given control over his death in the manga? Give details. Ultra, take it away.
Yeah. It's a hard choice because there's so many amazing options.
Oh,
you just look at like a terrorist like torture weapon set. You just like it's like the mall. You can choose anything at all. You can have like ultimate choice.
The Inquisition.
Yeah, sure.
The Inquisition torture sets. That's even better.
That too, man. That works because like then you have so many options. You could just you can bludgeon him to death. You can cut off his little cat ears. Sadly, he doesn't have any genitals, so you can't mutilate him with those. But otherwise, you can you can drop his body in a blender. You can just you can do what Shikamaru did and bury him alive with explosives and shit. I don't know.
The possibilities are endless.
It is endless. It's a hard choice because ultimately I don't like him, and I would be very happy if he died. It's too hard. It's too extensive of a question.
All right.
Yeah.
I was just thinking if you could, control his death and then cross over with other series, it'd be like kill him in the fire of Jackal's explosion.
It's too bad. He can't be like the Kenny of Fairy Tail. Just dies in every episode. Different way each time.
That would be really funny.
It would.
Kill him with Jackal's explosion. Revive him in Naruto with the Edo Tensei. Throw him into the world of Attack on Titan outside the wall.
He just gets ripped
and
apart.
Then just record it.
He agrees.
Yep, he agrees. Let's get on to the next question, man.
Number 2, if you were able to make a really disgusting milkshake, what 5 ingredients would you put in it? They have to be edible.
Wait, what?
What the I don't want to think about that. That's disgusting.
Wait,
5 a really disgusting milkshake between 5 ingredients. What would you put in it? The most disgusting milkshake. Okay.
This is difficult.
A fat Mexican man's ass tea. Semen. No, horse semen. Fuck. A really, really, really fat guy's sweat.
So the 5 challenges from American Pie Beta House all put into one milkshake.
Yeah, basically. Oh, God.
Probably anything that's grown on my rooftop, to be honest.
Wow, Jesus.
Growing on my rooftop and has a pulse.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. You can get pretty disgusting stuff wherever you want.
Goat piss, I guess. And there's so many choices. I'm getting giddy just thinking about it. You know what? I'll just leave it at 4. I think it's good enough already.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Next, number 3. If you were given control over any country in the world, what country would you roll over and why? Canada, so I can run it into the ground.
We've had this question before.
Yeah.
Yeah, you even gave the same answer, and I would give my original answer, America, because I would try to run it into the ground and see if it's possible to go any further.
What? Is he still there?
It's an economy joke.
Yeah, pretty much. Economy, healthcare, gun violence, whatever. Kuro?
I'm pretty chill about it. Take over a country, too much responsibility.
You probably just distribute free manga to everybody, right?
I would basically be like Gildarts. I'm like, I'm forced in this position. You can be president. I don't care.
Just choose someone random on the street and be like, me? Why me?
I just run up
why
to the front of
not?
the White House or something like, hey, you look important. Guess who's now president? Yeah, I just throw my suit onto him like, here, take it.
They immediately get assassinated. It's like, holy shit, what is happening?
I'm forced right back into office. I'm like,
It's like, god damn it. Alright, next. Number 4. If you became a wrestler or a UFC fighter, what would your name be? Also, what kind of moves would you use as signatures?
I would just be some name that involves me getting my ass kicked a lot. I would not last in a UFC fight. I wouldn't last in most fights, to be honest. They don't even have to be UFC. I'd probably just get taken out by some guy across the street, some big thug with the brass knuckles and shit.
Jesus. I guess.
Reminds me of all those.
Huh?
No, you go.
I guess I would have a Doflamingo theme. Just walk out with the Doflamingo.
Walk out with the pink boa on your shoulder.
Yeah, basically. Big fake tan, sunglasses, the whole shebang. And then get destroyed. Hooray!
No, you just run around the sides of the arena just laughing.
And then sooner or later get caught. And you're like, oh, the round is over, ring the bell.
Corrupt.
I'm not familiar with wrestling. So the question was, we needed a name and outfit, or what was the question?
Name and a theme.
What kind of moves would you use as signature? Like what? Like a signature move?
I'm very fond of clotheslines, so I'd just be like a lariat from B or the Raikage. I don't know. There's something just thrilling about slamming people.
Not sadistic at all.
As for the name just reminds me of those meme pictures. So it's like, oh, your birthday, and what's your pony name, or what's your vampire name. And remember, I got one where was like, what's your porn star name?
Yeah, I already know those. What'd you get?
There's lots of them.
Yeah, but what made mine really bad is, so my birthday is February 18th, and I was just, I was actually matching up my friends' names first, and I'm like, alright, you're like, tinsel balls or whatever. And then February 18th is the baby Terminator.
Jesus Christ.
That's exactly what my reaction was. I'm like, oh, I wonder what mine is. Jesus Christ is,
The baby Terminator.
That could work for a wrestler's name.
That works for an abortion clinic.
More efficient than an abortion clinic.
Yeah. That would be your thing, though. You would walk around with like a fake fetus, or just slamming it around, using it to smack people. It's like, holy shit, dude, this is really offensive, but it's totally fine.
Yeah, it's okay. It's on paid television. No one has to see it unless one.
Getting a little off the rails. Next, Number 5.
Would you rails and flip it around?
Right. Would you rather eat a plate or dance naked in public? Well, you didn't specify what kind of.
What the fuck is the plate made of?
You didn't specify what kind of plate. It could be like a.
It could be like a cookie plate.
Yeah, it could be like
plate, yeah.
One of those paper plates. It could be one.
Something that they baked in an easy bake oven.
Yeah, I've eaten a paper plate before. I don't mind doing it again.
It's less embarrassing than the dance, so I guess I'd go with that.
Yeah. Dance is totally worth it. Go in with confidence. No one can make fun of you.
Until it gets to YouTube.
I'm
pretty sure we all pulled it off when we were toddlers. We can do it again.
Yeah, but in toddlers, there was no shame. There was just how do I feel about this? People are judging me. Oh, but when you're a toddler, it's just like, fuck it, letting them all hang out.
Sticking with the Doflamingo theme, I can totally imagine you dancing naked in public, wearing the sunglasses and maybe the pink.
And then see me just get hauled off in a car for public nudity.
Indecent exposure is a constant
indecent exposure, yeah. And just see me with the Doflamingo. It's like, yeah, in the courtroom.
Courtroom, the newspapers.
You were charged with indecent exposure. There was nothing indecent about that dance.
I apologize. unfortunate. Yeah, next is from Jessie. For her first question, we have answered plenty of times. Ultra, if you could meet Happy, how would you kill him? We already answered that question.
Okay.
And number 2 is the last question of them all.
Okay.
I love this question. From Jessie. Number 2, Ultra, if you could have a threesome date with me and Carrie, what would you do during this time?
Okay, wow.
Where would your hands be?
Okay.
I would.
Jesse asked this, and you can't say you would go out for milkshakes, okay?
He can't say that. That's the perfect answer.
No milkshakes. Remember, it's a threesome
It's going to be
date.
a very different type of milk.
Yeah.
Wow! Whoa!
Of the three of us, how did you not get that?
Nice.
I don't know. First, I would pinch myself to make sure I'm not dreaming.
Aww.
But I don't know what after that.
How do you think that sounds? Like, oh, am I dreaming? Pinch. Oh my god, this is real. This is happening.
Well, I'm not going to do it
We
in
also
front of
the
them.
words on him, and he shits his
I'm not
pants.
going to do it in front of them. I'll pinch myself in private. Okay, that sounds
Oh
fun.
wow, okay. They're just looking at you, it's like, why are you all red? Why are you sweating?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious why I would be red in that
Smells of
case.
sweat and shame.
And then out of nowhere, Carrot's top falls off, and Ultra just
Out of nowhere.
out of nowhere for no reason. But then Ultra's just like, okay, I'm not impressed. Not what I expected.
That's how the
No
date
problem
ends.
with that. Whatever happens, happens. Okay, how about that? What more can I say, honestly?
And then a bucket of water falls on Jessie, and she's completely wet. And then she accidentally trips on you, and you guys are just laying on the ground together.
So like any
Where did that come from?
Yeah. No, how would you react? What would your reaction?
You're in high school. You're in high school DxD, and all the girls will use this from the wiki.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. But there aren't that many. There aren't that many girls who are actually of age on the wiki.
Ultra's the first one to go.
Is that little young girl?
What?
Ultra's the first one to die. He doesn't
Die what?
He's the first one to get eaten.
Yeah, that's right. Ultra dies, and then he'll be revived as one of their bitches.
That's pretty much what happened in the series. Holy shit. Oh damn.
So, what would you do during the date, Ultra?
It's a date? I thought it was threesome.
It's a threesome date.
A threesome date.
Whatever happens, happens. That's all.
No, that's a terrible answer.
It's an accurate answer.
Jesse asked this.
He would just try to.
I'm going to talk to you about this, Jesse. Okay?
Where
Try
did
and
you?
maintain conversation.
Yeah, where would you take it to?
I don't know, wherever they want to go.
Wow, that's
You don't say
They're,
that on a date.
they're women. It's not like my choice matters.
Your
Yeah.
choice matters heaps. If a woman ever asks you, so where do you want to go? Never reply with, I don't know, whatever.
yeah, okay.
You've already failed on the
I
first
will
hurdle.
use that. Thank you, Kara. I will remember that in the event I actually find anybody in my life.
If that was if you were on that date and that was your reaction, no milkshakes for Ultra.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be going to that yard anymore.
Okay,
I don't know. I guess I would start by picking them up, figuring out do they like motorcycles or do they like cars.
What does that
And
have to do with anything?
I drive a motorcycle and I have a car. I'll use whichever one they prefer. Do they want to be on a motorcycle or do they want to be in a car?
Fit all three of you on a motorcycle. That'd be fun.
That'd be hilarious. And I would look like such a badass.
Now, Carrie, you get in front of me, sit on my lap, and then Jesse, you just hang on from behind.
I don't know. I would take them to the place that they would enjoy.
I can show you the world. Start singing.
Ultra, you have to sing that song next.
What
Doesn't sing it.
Oh, you have to
Wait,
sing
what
that
song?
song.
That
You
one-
have to sing that song to Jesse. I can show you
Aladdin.
the world.
I don't even know that song actually.
Hey,
What
you're
is that?
Indian. You're Indian. You're close
What song
to
is-
Aladdin.
It's
Oh.
all rhyming.
I never saw Aladdin.
In it or vibe.
I-
Notice.
We've already gone through this Disney matter, Hungry.
Blasphemy.
Oh, shut up. You know what? The most I know about Aladdin is whatever happens in Kingdom Hearts. I don't know. We would we would eat, and in the end, we would use like the ferry, go out to some secluded island before we're going back.
Would you roofie them?
No, I would not.
Aww.
He doesn't need to roofie them.
Nice. They already accepted to go on a date with him. I'm pretty sure it's self-explanatory that they're gonna bang him at the same time. What position would you use? Would you go with first, Ultra?
As if I would be able to answer that.
Aww.
I love how we're staying on this question.
Yeah, we want to hear this.
Well, this is the last question, so to be honest, the Hungry is really trying to milk this.
He's doing a good job.
He is. We're going to have a talk later, but that's the end of the question. My answer is that.
Fine. That's the end of the podcast.
And the train agrees.
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
I don't think this is going to be allowed. Let's go.
Yep, alright, that's what she said. Okay. That's the last question
That's
of the
That's the end of the podcast, people. Let's thank Kuro for filling in.
Thank you, Kuro.
We appreciate it. God, that made me nervous. Okay, can we end this now?
Fine.
Ultra just wants to forget this.
I want to go to bed.
Alright. We'll see you guys next week.
We will see you guys next week. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Fuck you, Umne.